Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Binky here today. Today I am going to be reviewing 24 of the new lipsticks that were released by ColourPop, and it's their new Lux collection. And so what these are matte lipsticks. Well, they're actually creamy, kind of buttery lipsticks, and this is kind of the description on the web page, but that dry down to a matte finish. And what I mean by dry down is it isn't like a liquid lipstick. It actually is a regular bullet lipstick, and it goes on really creamy. And then after like a minute or two, it kind of settles into more of a matte look, but it still stays comfortable on the lips. So I wore a couple of these to make sure that I knew what I was talking about this last week. If you ordered these, there is a little bit of a backup. I ordered the first batch and it took a couple weeks to get out, and I finally got it, so be patient. They are cranking them out, but it's really busy, so I'm sure with this new release, so they're a little behind, but they are here. The first batch is finally out to the people who ordered for the first grouping, and so I want to try them out. I tried them out for about 3 different days with different formulas in this guy here. And so again, when you put it on, it's really moist and creamy, but then it looks more like a matte lipstick. So if you're one of those people who is not a fan of matte lipsticks, especially the liquid lipsticks, because they dry your lips and you feel like that vice feel on your lips, and it just makes you miserable because it dries out your lips, you may have a better time with these. What I will say is it is a matte finish, and that means there's still transfer. So if you're drinking from a cup, a straw, eating, there is transfer with these. Now it's not horrible. It's pretty standard for a matte lipstick. But these are very comfortable. I found that they wore really well throughout the day. I will say I had to do a little bit of a touch up between 3 or 4 hours after putting these on in the morning. Just because I was drinking coffee through a straw, or because I like those iced coffees, or I was eating, and so there was a little bit of wear. It was not terrible, but there is some, so you're going to have to reapply this every 3 to 4 hours. To me, it was not a big deal. That's pretty standard with a lot of lipsticks, and these guys are $8 or $7, sorry, $7 a piece, so, you know, I'm totally fine with it. But yeah, so it has a very comfortable matte finish, but it does transfer. I will say when I wore these a couple days, I did wear them for over 10 to 12 hours, and by the end of the day, after reapplying and things, it did feel a little bit dry in the middle, but I don't know if most people wear lipsticks that long. Maybe they do. I just tend to have really long days, but it did feel a little bit drying towards the end of the day, but I put on some lip balm in the night, and the next morning I was fine. Life is good. So yeah, these are extremely comfortable. So this is what the vault looked like. Yes, this is the vault of all 24 colors. Ta-da! There you go. Yeah, intense, right? So I had to do it. I just look at how great they are. You know, they come in this wonderful case. They're actually very sturdy, surprisingly enough. So this is what they look like, and you can see the stars that have been put onto the lipstick. Just kind of nice, you know, and it's a really nice sturdy bullet. So, and nice packaging. And again, these are all $8. So really, I'm pretty impressed by these. I really am. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go ahead and swatch all 24 colors, and then I will come back with my final review. Okay, so that is all 24 swatches of these beautiful ColourPop Lux lipsticks. Yes, so as you can see, whether you see it as good or bad, these are a little bit staining. So, you know, the bright colors and the darker colors do leave a stain. Now, if you do not like stains, you may not like this, but I actually don't mind it, and they do, it's easy to remove. So what I would do at the end of the day when I'd come home is I'd wipe it off and then put lip balm on and let it sit on there for 5 to 10 minutes and give it a big moisturizing moment, and then wipe it off again. And for the most part, it came off. You know, there's a little bit of an exception, but here and there, but honestly, for the most part, it came off and was no big deal. The nice thing about the staining is that as you wear it, it's not shocking between your natural lip color and the color of the lipstick, so you don't get the dreaded butthole lips, as we all know and love, keeping it classy, but you know when it gets light on the inside and dark on the outside, and you're like, oh, that doesn't really happen with these. They're really nice for touch-ups too throughout the day. I know with some matte lipsticks, when you reapply it, it kind of, you're putting on more coats on your lip and it starts getting kind of thick and blotchy. And these aren't like this. These go on really nicely because of the moisturizing properties in them. So they're really easy to apply over and over. I did have some drying towards the end of the night. I was wearing some of these, you know, between 10 and 14 hours. And so, you know, yeah, you keep applying something over and over throughout the day, it may get a little bit drying, especially with the matte kind of formula. So that was on the inside of the lips, but it wasn't uncomfortable. But if you have really dry lips naturally, you may just want to put a balm on your lips first. But these really are moisturizing. And that was after, like I said, 10 to 14 hours. So I kind of expect that with anything. But I found these to be very moisturizing. So if you like a matte finish, but you don't like that vice grip that you feel when you use liquid lipsticks, this doesn't have that. They go in really smooth and comfortable and dry down to a matte finish, but it is not a liquid lipstick. That's just what I found. So when you see some of the swatches, some of them looks really moisturizing on the lips, but in about 5 to 10 minutes, they will be a little bit more matte, I found, or if you want it immediately, you can just quickly blot your lips. And there you go, matte. But I just think these wore really well. When I was eating, or I tend to drink iced coffee from a straw, yeah, it would wear off a little in the middle. No big deal, you know. So I found myself reapplying these every 3 to 4 hours, which is really not a big deal considering these aren't matte, clinging to the lips type of matte. You know, it's a lipstick, so there's going to be transfer and it is going to wear away. Even though it's moisturizing though, I didn't think the transfer was crazy actually. I really like that about it. There was some transfer, but it wasn't like, whoa, at all. So that was really nice too. So I really think these are great, especially for the price point. Now, I really loved Sephora's hashtag lip stories. I loved those things. I did a review, some swatch videos on I think 14 of the colors. Absolutely adored them. They were $8 a piece, and these guys are $8 or $7 a piece, so $1 cheaper. And I will say the packaging is a little bit more sturdy because the other one was made out of paper. These are made out of plastic, but a very solid, nice plastic. And it's $1 less, and I do have to say the pigmentation on these is a lot stronger than a lot of the ones from the hashtag Sephora or lip stories. And honestly, I love those too, so I'm not bashing those in any way, shape, or form. I think they are definitely worth the price. I still am in love with those lipsticks. And those had different finishes, unlike these, so it's not fair to judge them. But I will say, these kind of take the cake. They are $7 a piece, and you saw the pigment with these. Crazy. And they're not scrimping. I mean, these are a full bullet. So definitely, definitely worth the price. I am so impressed with these. ColourPop just keeps knocking it out of the ballpark. They're just not messing around. And these are really good quality lipsticks. So yes, I'm going to give these a huge thumbs up. And there's a huge array of colors. You know, some of them are a little bit trickier, especially something like Getty, the blue, which was, you know, I mean, it's a unique color. You know, that it's fun to put colors like this out there. There's people who can pull them off beautifully. It's a little bit harder to sell for someone like me, but part of it's the way you stylize things, and some people are just really good at working with those colors and rocking them out. I'm going to try to figure out how to make it work. But you know what I find is that maybe I'll mix it with, you know, one of these lighter colors or something and experiment, because I don't really use light colors like this. So the first three, like Boy and Stone Fox, you know, they're very light colors, and I think they're going to be really hard to work with most skin tones. So I don't know how well those two are going to do. The other one is Stone Fox, but I'm actually going to use these, and what I'm going to do is use them on other lipsticks to give them a different dimension, add more life to it. So I'm definitely going to get good usage from these. So I think it was a great investment. I'm really happy about these, and yes, I 100% give this a huge thumbs up. So if you're looking for lipsticks that are more affordable, because a lot of them aren't these days, you know, especially the higher end, going between 18 and like 50 bucks, which is crazy, and you're on a budget but you want good quality lipstick, may I suggest ColourPop Lux, because these really are worth all the hype they're getting. I hope they add additional colors to the line. maybe a little bit more cool tones and some lighter colors. But for the most part, I am really pleased with this. So yes, let me know what you think. Do you plan on picking any of these up? Let me know. And until next time, have a fabulous day. Bye.